Hey everyone, welcome to Health and Hope Night. We're so excited to have you here. I don't know if you're a guest, a client, a coach, whoever you are, you're here tonight with us, and we are just so thankful that you showed up for yourselves and to learn with us.
Yeah, absolutely. So, guys, Optavia is growing. Our family is growing, right? We're seeing massive momentum in our mission to get the entire world healthy, one person at a time. Tonight, we're going to talk about a lot of things. We're going to hear from some amazing speakers. And, we're really going to talk about something that was important for Natalie and I when we started this journey 4 years ago. And that's the mindset side of things, right? We're going to hear a lot of different things from a lot of different people. But the mindset was something that was super important to us, and we're going to cover that tonight.
So excited. I think the mindset is something that is so instilled in our heart for change, for true change. And I'm so excited to bring you all that tonight. But who are we? Who's showing up on your screen tonight? So I am Natalie Mirasola. This is Frank Mirasola. We're independent certified health coaches. And I just want to give you a little bit about our background, why we're sitting in these chairs tonight speaking to you, right? So I would say about 4 years ago, right?
Yeah.
Just about 4 years ago, Frank and I have always been into health and fitness and nutrition, but lo and behold, 3 babies later, life took over, right? And I know that I'm speaking to many of you tonight with babies at home and chaos, right?
Careers,
home duties. So we lost ourselves big time. And I remember one day I had this wild idea after seeing my sister-in-law for so many years being successful with this program. And it took a lot for me to ask for help. But she awakened us. She awakened us to what was possible if we just were more humble in our approach to say we need help, right? So we hopped on program. I actually did our nursing mothers program. I hopped on first. Frank was in the background, hawking and watching.
I was watching.
And I did phenomenal. I was able to still feed the baby. I was able to get back to me. My feet were hitting the floor in the morning. I was waking up a better mom, a better person, a better wife. I had clarity again. I had energy to get out and actually, go do things with the kids instead of dragging my feet. And then I would say about 3 weeks in.
Yeah, I was watching that. I was skeptical, as I'm sure, you've heard other people say before, right? A little bit skeptical. But I saw the results that Natalie was having. But it was more than the results. It was the mindset, right? We talked about that a few seconds ago. I could just see a change in her that was so much more than physical. Natalie was a shy, kind of meek person. But, as she started to get her health back in check, her confidence started to grow. And it was something that I just couldn't stand to not be a part of, right? So I kind of jumped on. Quick story on me, Nat said it best. We were both grew up in a lifestyle of nutrition and fitness, but that's what happens, right? Careers and families and babies, and we kind of tend to put ourselves in the back seat and everything else in the front seat. And then you blink your eyes and 3 years goes by and 35 pounds gets packed on, and you realize that you're not so healthy. Right. So I jumped on program alongside Nat. It was a ton of fun. We got to do it together. Yeah. We were cooking together. Just kind of really brought us closer together. And I was able to lose about 35 pounds in a little over 5 weeks. Kind of got myself back to where I wanted to be. I felt confident. My mood was better. All the things that fat burn creates. Right. Fast forward a couple of weeks into our journey that we decided that this program was too good to not share with everybody. And we decided to start coaching, and it was the greatest decision that we've ever made.
Greatest decision for our family. And we're super thankful for Optavia. It allowed us to pay forward in this mission to others that were sitting at our table that we held so close to our heart that needed health. And it was so much fun to coach them, still coaching tons of people today, and to watch them fully transform with the whole habits of health transformational system, mind, body, finances, all of it, right? And we're definitely going to speak to that tonight.
We're going to talk about that tonight.
Yeah, super excited to bring you guys that trilogy tonight. But let's have a little bit of fun. Moving on, which answer best describes you? Are you a guest here tonight joining us? Are you an Optavia client? Are you an Optavia client in Hong Kong and Singapore? So happy to have you guys here if you're watching too. Independent Optavia coach. Or are you an independent Optavia coach over in Hong Kong and Singapore? So go ahead right now. If you're watching live, take this poll. If you're watching a playback on YouTube or in our archives, so to say, right? Then just drop that in the chat. We'd love to know who is watching with us tonight. And we are grateful that you all are here.
Yeah, so we're going to talk about the agenda tonight. I told you before, mindset, right? Such a huge and important factor for Natalie and I, and for many other clients and coaches that we know. What is mindset? It's really just being awakened to the secrets of lifelong transformation, right? You know, there's so much more than just the physical, right? Physical, listen, we can get the weight off, but it's all about your mind. That's where the sustainability comes, the longevity comes, right? We really reinforce that with all of our clients, right? We work in our life book. The mindset is a huge piece. Skill set, I mean, learn how to decide to move forward in your health from people who have successfully created it, right? So listen, you know, the playbook has been written, right? Both as a client or as a coach, right? The playbook's been written. People have come before us, they've blazed the path, right? The skill set and the action steps needed they're already there, right? It's very simple. It's a model, we follow it and it works. So the action steps are simple and they help you to move forward in your journey to optimal health. And that's going to be part of our agenda tonight.
Can't wait. This is Frank
It's exciting.
and I's most favorite kind of presentation to bring to everybody, because without the mindset piece, nothing will ever change, right? We have to peel back that onion, and I can't wait to talk to you about peeling back onions in a few minutes. That's my favorite phrase. So let's move on. So Dr. Wayne Anderson, who is he? So
Dr. Wayne Anderson, we call him Dr. A. I'm sure many of you know it. So Dr. A, how do I put this, right? So we had the opportunity to meet Dr. A in person a couple of months ago up in Sundance, Utah. And it was the first time we had gotten to meet him. And I'll be honest with you, I was intimidated. I think you were too, a little bit, right? I mean, you know, just take a look at the credentials that Dr. A has, right? He was the valedictorian of his medical class. He was trained in open heart surgery at the Cleveland Clinic. I mean, the man has done it all, right? He was the department chair of anesthesiology for 18 years, worked in surgical critical care. I mean, what's not to be intimidated, right? He's the co-founder of our brand, right? So when we met him, I was absolutely floored at how just sweet and humble the man is. He bleeds this mission, right? It is not about anything but getting this entire world healthy, one person at a time. It's his mission in life, right? And he's just kind of blazed that path, brought us all along for the ride, and we could not be thankful enough for him.
Yeah.
Dr. A is a tremendous man, and we just couldn't be more thankful.
Yeah, and his whole mission here had started, you know, because he was working in critical care, saving all of the sick people. And, you know, he had said to himself, what if we can have proactive things to offer these people instead of always being reactive?
Yep.
Which here we are today, you know, Optavia. This is why you guys are sitting in those seats watching us tonight.
And, you know, Dr. A, obviously he created the life book, right? The Habits of Health book. And again, going back to that mindset piece, right? A huge part of this for him is making sure that once we get these clients to that healthy BMI, right? We don't want to see them again, right? Unless they're becoming coaches and they're going to partner with us and change the world. But we don't want to see them coming back, you know, with that weight gain, right? Feeling the way they did on day one when they started program. So he's a huge proponent of preventative versus reactive and longevity, sustainability in your health, right? And we agree with everything that he stands for.
Yeah, he's an amazing man.
Absolutely.
So let's look at some statistics, guys.
Yeah, so worldwide obesity has nearly tripled since 1975. It's scary, right? When you kind of look around and listen, we do it, like we have family, friends, we go out and we kind of see people and we just want this for them, right? We just know that this is the answer to their health, right? This is something that can benefit everybody. As far as the American statistics go, Almost 31% of adults with partners report that money is a major source of conflict in their relationship, right? Approximately a third of Americans report delaying significant purchases because of debt. I mean, guys, listen, there's no more relevant conversation nowadays than finances, right? We're all seeing things that are happening with the stock market, the prices of fuel, prices of goods, right? Shortages on things. It's a crazy time that we're in right now, right? Natalie and I are really thankful for Optavia because not only has it helped us avoid all of the physical statistics that you see here, but it's helped us to avoid a lot of those financial ones as well.
Yeah, working really, really hard and building our dreams, not somebody else's, and being able to survive, I think, the climate that we're in the United States alone, right? So some pretty wild statistics, but, you know, with Optavia, with paying this mission forward, the trilogy, healthy body, healthy mind, healthy finances, not only has changed our life, but has changed some of the leaders that you're going to speak to tonight, some of our guests that we've brought in. So, you know, that being said, the habits of health in your life book, the mindset, this is what I kind of call peeling back the onion. Dr. A had created this entire system. Instead of just saying, here's one component, he's giving us all the things, right? So to dive into the life book, the fuelings are one piece of our program, and we're going to speak about that in a few minutes. But your life book, peeling back the onion, right? Because if we're not peeling back those layers in your life book, we'll probably return to day one again, right? If we're not understanding the emotional eating, the behavioral eating, the addictive foods, the climate within your environments that you're in, right? That you're setting up for yourself, things won't change. And we know that for ourselves because this book is what has allowed us 4 years later to maintain where we are in our health, and to always be in the now of what is best going to serve our bodies, ourselves, our families, right? And awesome app that goes along with this. You can track all the things, your water, your fuelings, everything is in one tight knit little spot. So check that out if you haven't already. So element one, this is my favorite, being clear on your why. This is something that I'm very passionate about, that I review with all of my clients when they get started on program.
I love element one.
I usually have you guys dive into that right after day 4 for our week 1. And we kind of talk about why we're here. It's so important. And element 1 is the pathway to your journey, right? Your why is your highest stimulus for change, right? It can't just run surface level. It has to run deep. It really has to run deep. And that's that highest stimulus. What is going to drive you into action? Why are you here? What is going to drive you on those really hard days, right? Where emotional things can start to take over. What is your why? How is it going to inspire you to grow and be better? Create that whatever it takes mindset. I remember we had that whatever it takes mindset. We still have it today, but how cool was it to do it alongside my husband here? And this is what we teach to our clients. You know, it's that whatever it takes because of X, Y, and Z, whether it's going outside with your kids and getting some fresh air and being able to run, whether it's walking up a flight of steps, whether it's waking up with mental clarity again, whether it's being able to go on an amusement ride and be able to have that moment with your family.
Yeah, it's really simple, right? I say this to all of my clients. Following this program without a clearly defined why, right, is kind of like having a GPS with no final destination, right? Meaning you can just you could say, take me here, and it'll kind of take you all over the place. But where does it end, right? So that final destination is that why. It's the thing that's going to kind of keep you driving forward, right? You always want to keep yourself laser focused on it. And it's the thing that's going to get you through the tougher times, right? Program is not hard. It's not impossible, but there are times, right, where it gets a little rough, right? Old habits start to creep back in. And if we can kind of get laser focused and we have that why, right, as that, you know, that driving force, it just really keeps us on course, right, for our destination.
For sure. And I always have my clients, after we write this down and we journal it, here's a great thing for you guys. And I know it's mentioned in element 1 as well, but put that on a Post-it note, stick it to your mirror in your bathroom, stick it on your car dashboard, wherever you have to stick it, where you are going to visually see that. I always say the moment you rise, because that sets the affirmation, reading that affirmation each day, it sets the tone for your entire day. I am going to do this today because of X, Y, and Z, right? So I love visuals. I don't know about you guys, but they're super powerful when the impulsive mind kind of wants to lead, where we have to kind of pull back and bring that rational mind back in, right? So, here is just like a quick example of, how you can write down your why and journal it. I'm changing and focused on improving my health well-being because, right? Everybody has their own because. I want my husband to be proud of me. I want to look and feel healthier. I want to be a great example of health to my grandkids. I love that one. Monkey see, monkey do, right? I know with our 3 children in our home, what we do is what they mirror. So we want to be setting that tone for them. And I love that this person put that for their why. So, the habits of health system, it's just one component. We have 4. And I know you guys know we have 4 if you're a client here, or you're a coach, right? And that's the independent Optavia coach. That's the habits of health transformational system, the Optavia community, which Frank loves, and he's going to talk all things about that right now, and the Optavia feelings.
Yeah, I mean, for me, right, my favorite by far, and we heard Pat Schatzline talk, not too long ago, and he's a great guy, right? So I'm in good company with him, because my favorite is the community. I say it all the time to our team. I say it all the time to Natalie. There's certain things that you cannot replace, right? And the types of people, the types of friendships that we have made through this wonderful journey is something that can never be replaced, right? And I say it all the time, in that the community is what keeps Natalie and I going through the tougher times, right? We work really, really hard in our business, but it's those tough times that, our community rallies around us. I remember not too long into our coaching journey, my mom had passed away, and the support we had gotten from our coaches, it was just unbelievable, right? And it was that community, again, that kind of really kept us driving forward and, gets us through those times when things get a little bit rough.
Absolutely. So, you have your coach, they're there for accountability to drive you forward the entire way. I think this is such a key integral part. You have your habits of health system where you're working on your mindset. You have the community, which is like a family you never knew you needed. And you have the fuelings that are just proven results. So these 4 components, guys, they're gold. So which 4 of these components are most valuable to you? Is it the habits of health transformational system? Is it the coach? Is it the community? Is it the fuelings? So again, if you're watching live, please take this poll. We'd love to see what component you guys are most keened in on, right? And if you're watching that playback, just throw it in the chat. We're checking those too. You guys are just as special to us. So select all that apply to you. So that being said, we have our first guest tonight, independent certified Optavia coach, Melissa Laboa. And Melissa is very near and dear to my heart. We were complete strangers that connected via social media. And here she is today, 130 pounds down on her journey. Woo-hoo. And I thought there was nobody better to share her story with us today about healthy body and really speak from her heart about what Optavia has given to her. So take it away, Melissa.
Hello, everyone. Thank you, Natalie and Frank, for having me. So yes, Natalie is correct. We were complete strangers, and now she is one of my closest friends. I hold her near and dear to my heart. I started my Optavia journey in October of 2019, but my journey actually started 2 years prior to that. I became very ill overnight. I was fine 1 minute and the next minute I wasn't. I had to go through 2 years of surgeries, extended hospital stays, 30 days in an ICU, very close to dying on 3 occasions. And then 2 years of just constant health issues. And none of those issues were related to my weight, but the recovery was definitely hindered by my weight. And having to go through this for 2 years of being sedentary, I wasn't allowed to really participate in anything. I was eating food that was soft and easily digestible for 2 years, which really, relates to potatoes and pasta and everything like that. And it was just a very tough 2 years. In September of 2019, my doctor finally, gave me the go ahead to start living my life again and being able to, socialize and going out. And my girlfriends and they took me to the wineries for Labor Day weekend, and somebody snapped a photo and posted it on social media. And I was horrified by what I had seen, because even though I look at myself in the mirror, I had not seen how big I had become and how much weight I had put on and how unhealthy I had become. So I had really escalated, my weight had escalated to 280 pounds, which was the heaviest I had ever been. So I knew I needed to do something. And Natalie, I had seen her posts on social media. We had a few mutual friends in common, but we had never met, we had never spoken. But I finally got the courage to reach out to her, and she instantly made me feel safe and secure with her. And I was skeptical. She'll be the first one to tell you that. I had tried everything under the sun. So all I was thinking was, this is too good to be true. But Natalie got me past all of that, and I placed that first order, and I started on October 1st of 2019. And by Thanksgiving, I was down almost 30 pounds. And that was because of the structure and the fuelings. The fuelings were delicious, number one. Number two, it was so easy to just stay on track and have something to grab and go. And then you have Natalie, who just was my mentor, my coach. She was there for me every question I had, anytime I had it. So by Thanksgiving, I was down 30 pounds. And then I said, all right, well, we're going to hit the holiday season. Well, I lost another 10 pounds between Thanksgiving and New Year's, which happens to be my birthday. So with all of that thrown in, I was still down another 10 pounds. And it just kept going from there. With all of the fuelings, you have so many choices. You never get bored. You've got the community, which is just outstanding. In addition to the health coach, you have people truly wanting you to succeed, nobody wanting to see you fail, and everybody is there to support you. And then the life book, you just holding on to that why, keeping it going. And next thing I knew, I was down 130 pounds, which wasn't even my goal to start. I was just trying to get some of this weight off. I never even thought that that was attainable, let alone would happen in the time frame that it happened. So people started to notice. Obviously, it was a tremendous amount of weight. And I said, you know what? This is just so life-changing that I want to do this for other people. So I signed on to be a health coach myself, and it has been the most amazing decision. The coaching aside has held me accountable. It has helped me to stay on program, to maintain the weight loss, and just my whole life has changed. Physically, mentally. I was very shy. I would never post a picture on social media. Now I do live cooking videos on Facebook. I have a YouTube channel, and things have it's just amazing what this program has given me. And, again, Natalie started out as a stranger and became my coach, and then a mentor, and now she's my family. And so has everybody else in this community. It's just been the most amazing thing I have ever found and had the opportunity to be a part of. And I'm just so thankful and grateful and proud to everybody. So thank you, Natalie.
Oh, thanks, Melissa. You're gonna make me cry.
We love you.
Love you guys.
Really powerful to see that when you took all 4 components, right? That coach component, the community, the habits of health, and the feelings, what truly has transpired in a short period of time, right? So, and it is so awesome to watch you now lead others to health and pay this mission forward, because this mission is so much bigger than all of us, and we need all hands on deck to get the world healthy, right? But I think now we have some poll results in, so
We do. Let's see them.
let's see them.
All right. So it looks like right now, wow, we are pretty much, it's just about a dead heat, right? So tons of votes for the Optavia coach, whole bunch for the community. It is looking like it is kind of ramping up here to be almost a tie at this point. But let's see those keep coming in and see where we land.
All right, love it. So we had our poll results, the trilogy wheel.
I
Frank
love the
loves-
trilogy.
Loves the trilogy.
Right.
wheel.
So listen, the trilogy it's this, right? It's very simple. It's the 3 things that really kind of make up what we're all about, right? It's healthy body, healthy mind, healthy finances. So I always say to Natalie, I kind of joke around with her, we could be driving in the car and somebody will cut us off. Maybe they flip us the bird. I don't know. I'm like, that guy needs Optavia in his life, right? Maybe you get a customer service rep from the store on the phone who's just having a bad day and is super nasty. I'm like, she needs Optavia in her life, right? Optavia, I believe, can be the answer to most things. Okay. I won't say all, but most, right? So we focus on healthy body, right? Getting to that healthy BMI, potentially, avoiding future disease, right? Those are the things that we do with healthy body. Healthy mind, it's just as important, right? Because, and it kind of happens together, guys. I did program 4 years ago, right? As my body got healthier, my mind got healthier, right? You start to feel better. You have more clarity, right? Working in that life book, right? It's like program for your mind, right? You start learning a lot about yourself. You start understanding the things that got you to day 1 in the first place, right? And then the healthy finances. When Natalie and I decided to become health coaches, I'll be quite honest with you, money was not a driving force for us. We decided to become health coaches because we wanted to hold ourselves accountable and because we were so impressed by the program that we wanted to share this with everybody. But guys, I will tell you, it's not easy. We work really, really hard. We work long days. We work really hard. It's super fun because we do it together.
With our babies running around.
But the finances have been a real blessing in our life, right? We moved into this house right around the time we started program. And we had this idea, this 5-year plan. And thank you, Optavia, for allowing that 5-year plan to turn into a 2-year plan. We were able to kind of do some things that we had on that list a little earlier than expected, right? But again, it takes really, really hard work, but it's the opportunity that's there.
For sure. So another poll. We love polls, right? So
yeah, I want to see who, taking a look at this, right? What area of the trilogy would you like to improve, right? So if you're on this call, right, and you're a client, a coach, right, where do you want to improve, right? Maybe you're a guest. Is it healthy body, healthy mind, or healthy finances, right? And we'll revisit those results a little bit later.
Yeah, we're gonna see those results in a bit. So drop that down below, and if you're watching the playback again, drop that in the chat. We'd love to see where you end up on knowing what component of the trilogy wheel you want to work on. So Allie Callahan's long time friend that took her, I would say, many years to be awakened to just things that Frank and I were doing in our own health. We've had many conversations, always supported her every step of the way. And Allie entrusted in me when she was at a time in her life to move forward. And healthy mind, this girl nails it. So take it away, Al.
Hi, guys. Thank you, Natalie and Frank. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to speak tonight. Super nervous, but always excited to come out of my comfort zone. Something that Optavia has done for me is continuously make me step outside of my zone of comfort and given me opportunities to grow. So a little bit about my story. I know Natalie mentioned that we've been longtime friends. I started my journey in the spring of 2020. My why at that point was to lose a little bit of weight after having 2 babies. I was going to do it the way that I knew how at that point, and for me, that was exercise. So I found myself really putting my body under a lot of work with extreme exercise, sometimes twice a day to try to lose that weight. Really thinking I knew about nutrition when I didn't. So I watched Natalie post lots of transformational stories. I was completely inspired by her. I did question her a lot, not knowing if what she was doing was right for me. And I continued to watch. So at some point, I was ready to make that step with Natalie and find out a little bit more about what this program had to offer. And after speaking with her, I jumped on. I had no idea what was in store for me when I said yes that day. The Habits of Health system had worked very successfully for me. I was able to lose 40 pounds pretty quickly. For me, the mindset piece was the biggest transformation of all. The weight came off quickly because the system worked and I followed the program. I allowed Natalie to coach me. But when I reached my goal, I knew that the emotional work needed to be done for me to propel my health forward for the lifelong. Not knowing how to do that or even where to begin was when I really needed to turn to my life book. I learned things about myself that I never ever knew. I learned how to dig into areas of myself, my mind that I never had even paid attention to. I walked around with a fixed mindset, not knowing what was possible for me in any way as far as health, relationships, future goals. I walked with impossibilities. It was an impossibility for me to lose weight. It was an impossibility for me to dream bigger than what my life already was. I found myself before program really just accepting how life was. I accepted the body that I was in. I accepted my life, my relationships, really didn't know how to dream. And once I poured myself into program, into our community, into the Habits of Health system, I was truly awakened. I find myself now every time learning how to overcome something, whether it be when I was in my weight loss journey or now as a coach working to inspire others. Every time I overcome something with the support of Natalie and Frank, I find another door opening. It's almost as if every day I wake up, put my feet on the floor, and I'm continuing to chase that healthy lifestyle. And every day there is opportunity for growth. So for me, as a busy mom, I like to say that the work never ends, like the dishes and the laundry and the cleaning. There is constant work to be done. And it's amazing that we've been given the tools to overcome and conquer every single area of our life that needs growth. I love that I can continue to, you know, participate in opportunities just like today, learn from other mentors, from other people's journeys, continue to inspire others. I like to look at my life in 2 ways. There's pre-Optavia Allie and there's Allie now. I almost don't recognize pre-Optavia Allie because she was living in a shell. Optavia Allie, the person that I am today, can't wait to conquer the world. Can't wait to find what else is possible for me as a coach. And I'm just so excited to see what their future holds. And I just want to thank you all for allowing me the opportunity to be here today.
You are awesome.
So incredible, Allie. And I have to say I love Optavia Alley, and
Yeah.
that is something that I personally experienced as well. And prior to Optavia, I wasn't living just like you. My mindset wasn't right.
It's so true.
There was no confidence, and here I am today, able to share that with you, and now kind of watching you shine through your own story, and it all starts right up here.
Gives me chills. Gives me chills.
So awesome. So I think these poll results are coming in from our trilogy. So Frank, you want to share those poll results?
Yeah. So, all right, guys. So remember the trilogy: healthy body, healthy mind, healthy finances. So it looks like it is close, Nat. It's like
Yeah.
literally almost a
Dead
dead
heat.
heat. Right. So guys, keep putting in those answers. Let's see where we end up. But just goes to show you that every aspect of the trilogy is important to people.
For sure. Absolutely. So we're going to move on now. Close this out. 1 second. All right. So that being said, people will notice, right? Just like they did with me, just like they did with Melissa, just like they did with Allie. And, that being said, when people start to notice, we can do one of two things.
Yeah. So when people are noticing, right, they're going to ask questions. And, you can do one of two things. Like Nat said, you can either refer them to your coach, right, which they're going to get a tremendous experience. They're going to be successful. They're going to kind of follow the same path that you did, right? And it's an amazing one. The other option that you have, though, is you can pay it forward. This is what Natalie and I decided to do 4 years ago. Best decision we ever made. Our mentor was a big part of kind of awakening us to that. So maybe you're a client out there, you've got tons of people asking what you're doing, you're inspiring people, pay it forward, become a coach, join our community, make a little bit of extra money on the side, change the world with us. We would love that.
I only think that we always say we wish we would have done this sooner, because
oh my God, yes.
When people started to notice, I remember referring them all to my coach, and she's like, girl, what are you doing? Join this mission with us. It's going to hold you accountable. It is going to give you purpose. It is going to give you community, and it's going to give you healthy finances. So, at that point, I remember jumping on. I was a new mom of a third baby, and I was ready to change the world with her, knowing what it had done for our family. And here we are today. I mean, I cannot be more grateful for her yes, which led to my yes, which led to so many more yeses, right? It's truly absolutely beautiful. So, what are the benefits of becoming an Optavia coach? Let's talk about that, Frank.
For us, I could just speak what the benefits were for us, right? So that accountability, right? Reinforcing your decision to be healthy, right? It's just really focused on, keeping our health in check. We're mentors now to other people. We're role models to our clients. And it's really important that we kind of walk the walk, right? Listen, it's fun. I told you guys, we have a blast. I love what Allie said about pre-Optavia Allie and Allie now. I love that, because that's how I feel. It's hard for me to remember the pre-Optavia Natalie and I. We've had so much fun. We've got to be part of so many inspirational changes in people's lives. We've gone on trips. We've earned money that was able to help us, do things that were, again, much further in the future for us.
Hard work.
Absolutely. I mean, listen, we work really hard. Here's what I always say, right? I realized probably about 2 years ago, I turned around to Nat and I said, you know what? This is what makes Optavia amazing on the coaching side of it, is we work hard. I'm sure that many of you on this call work hard, whatever you do out there, right? You probably work really hard, long hours, right? Grueling. That's kind of what it takes in this world today. But we worked hard to make someone else's dreams come true, right? My boss, Natalie's boss, right? The owner of that company. And I'm like, if we're going to work hard anyway, let's work really hard and make our own dreams come true, right? And let's leave a legacy. I want my children to be able to benefit from all the hard work that we're putting in, right? Not somebody else's children. And when that hit, it was like a bulb went off in our head, and we were already working hard. We worked even harder, right? But there are so many benefits to being an Optavia coach. I could spend hours talking about them, but that's just a few that are important to us. So now I get the opportunity, because Nat's taking all the fun stuff. I get the opportunity to introduce you guys to a big dreamer. Okay. Jamie Papa is a coach in our organization, but she is more than that. She is a dear friend to us. She is building a tremendous business. We had the opportunity to watch her life. And Jamie, can't wait to hear you talk about the health and finances side of things.
Thank you so much for having me here today. I'm so excited to be here. Optavia has changed my life, my family's life, and everyone that we've worked with in more than our wildest dreams. Like, things that I never imagined would be possible have happened. So when I reached out to my coach, Natalie, I was really struggling. I was basically drowning inside. I was, dealing with extreme fatigue. I needed to lose weight. I needed to lose a lot of weight. And I had 3 babies to take care of. And I was like, how am I going to do this? How am I going to be the mom that they need me to be, and the person I need myself to be, in order to take care of them and to do those things that I have to? So I was following Natalie for a while. She'll tell you, a while. And I would just, kind of watch and figure out what she was doing. And then one day I think you reach rock bottom. You get to a point where you say, okay, this is it. Enough is enough. I need to take care of myself. And that's kind of when I reached out to her and I said, okay, tell me what you're doing. Whatever you're doing, I need in my life too. So she did. I lost 45 pounds on plan. I felt amazing. I had energy for the first time in my life, clarity. I had just that feeling of nourishment. I just felt overall like health. It just was such a great feeling. And people around me started to notice, and fairly quickly. So I was only on plan, I would say, a couple weeks, and I decided to coach. I'm like, how do I not share this? This plan is so amazing. It's changed my life in just a few short weeks. I'm feeling incredible. How do I not share this with somebody else that's now asking me and saying, wow, you look really happy. What? Did you change your hair? Did you do something different? Like, what is it? And then as I started to lose the weight, people were like, wow, okay, so what are you doing now? So I started helping people pretty early in my journey. And it was the best thing I ever did. Never in my wildest dreams did I think of what this would do for us and for my family, just by saying yes to just changing my life. Like, this is why I did this. I did this just to, to get us healthy, get myself healthy, get my husband healthy. And then we were like, wow, this is amazing. So I started coaching, and coaching really blessed our life in so many ways. I work really hard. There are long days, long hours, but it's so worth it. I'm helping change lives. And on top of changing lives, it's in return changing ours and blessing our life in so many ways. My husband was able this year, finally, after 2 years, to leave his second job, something that we've been really wanting for a long time, that family time, that connection that we didn't have because he was gone and it was just mommy on the weekends. I'm able to stay home with my kids and work from home. My son's asthmatic. A normal day with an asthmatic child is ups and downs and highs and lows, and you never know where you are. So to be able to say, it's okay, you need a day home today, like, I'm home, like, I'm here for you, I'm present for you. I'll never forget that day that 2 years ago, after I just started coaching, and I showed my husband what I earned that week. It was my monthly, earnings. And he was like, you just paid our mortgage for the month. And I said, Merry Christmas. Like, that to me was like the start of our journey. And I was like, wow, like, this is amazing. We can do this. My kids have wanted for a long time to go to Disney, and it's something I've always wanted to be able to do for them. We lost my mother-in-law 2 years ago to cancer. And when you lose somebody that's important to you and like affects your life, it changes you. Like, you want to create memories. You want to create that time with your family. And those things are worth more to me than anything. They're priceless. So we finally booked that vacation. We're going this year. And not only did I book that vacation, I booked a trip to the Caribbean for their first time. So it's creating memories of my family. It's creating those experiences that I never would have had or been possible thanks to Optavia. They've changed my life full circle. I'm able to help others and help others, transform their own life. And in return, it's completely given us a new outlook, and we're finally able to dream. So thank you. I really appreciate this. If it's something that you're thinking about, do it. It's worth it. It's 100% worth it. Help one person in your life. Just reach out and do that for somebody else, because it's just life-changing.
I told you guys that she was a big dreamer. right?
Well,
Doing
talk
big
about the
things.
trilogy though. Healthy body,
It's
healthy
all
mind,
there, right?
healthy
They
finances.
kind of just go together, right? It's almost impossible to have one without the other. That's how I look at it. I don't know too many people that have just gotten their body healthy and then their mind wasn't, right. And once you become a coach, it all kind of falls into place with the finances. But thank you so much, Jamie.
Thank
We love you.
James. So
And
proud of you.
just again, chills.
Just watching other people create in their lives what Frank and I have created in ours. That's what this is all about, right? And we want Optavia for everybody. We always say that. We want it for the mailman who's having a bad day, like he needs Optavia.
Our family, our friends, like
Yeah.
we just want it for everyone. So the question is, like, how does it work for coaches? So like maybe you're on this call and you're like, sounds pretty interesting. I think I'm interested, right? It's a relational model, right? That's what our business is based off of. It's really focused on just overall well-being, right? Healthy body, healthy mind, healthy finances. If you decide to become a coach, you're a self-employed, independent Optavia health coach. It's full-time, part-time. You know, for a lot of coaches start doing this very part-time, right? It's a little side thing. That's what we did. You know, for us, it turned into retiring from 2 careers and doing this, you know, every minute of every day because we love it. There's really a very low startup, you know, costs and no real operating costs, no inventory. It's flexible business. Natalie and I work from the house, the car, Mexico, the pool, super
Costco.
flexible. Costco,
We
right?
love Costco with
You know,
everything.
I work from the gym sometimes. You know, it's an amazing thing when you don't feel confined, right? To this business that you know that you're working. There's no quotas, no monthly purchases required, right? It's nothing like that. And you just get tons and tons of training and support. Natalie and I, in our organization, we have I would say the honor to train and support our team. And there's no better feeling than to help other people achieve. When you hear Allie and we hear Melissa and we hear Jamie, they did these things on their own, but to know that we had like a little tiny part of that is just a truly amazing feeling. And without becoming coaches, I think sometimes what would we have missed out on?
A lot. A lot. So cool. So if you're here today, client, guest, and you're thinking, well, how do I get started? What are the action steps that I need to take? Guys, reach out to the person who invited you to this community time tonight. Make the decision to incorporate the trilogy of optimal health to help you reach your goals, right? So you know where you are in this moment. Is it healthy body? Is it healthy mind? Is it healthy finances? Is it all three? Is it the entire trilogy that you're looking for? Sometimes you don't see that in your face right away. Frank and I had to figure that out for a few weeks. We just said healthy body. It was really healthy, you know, mind and finances. That really changed our life. But jump into everything Optavia has to offer. And you'll know that within your first 7 days on program. You'll feel that love from the community and your support system around you. You'll know then what Optavia is all about. So, you know, if you want to join our mission of lifelong optimal health and create a healthy well-being, all you got to do is have that heart-to-heart with the person who invited you here tonight and just discuss where you are in this moment and discuss all the things that have been weighing you down and that you want to be really clear on as to changing. So we thank you all for joining us tonight. Thank you, Allie, Melissa, and Jamie. It was beautiful to hear you all speak from your hearts and what Optavia has given to you. And let's make it an amazing month.
We love you guys. We appreciate all of you.
At Optavia, our mission is to offer the world lifelong transformation, one healthy habit at a time.